Why are we recording that? This is hilarious. Donde estos my car keys, baby?
Dave is cupping some sort of,
cervezas. That means beer, boys. What the shit are we doing?
I don't even...
Yeah, what are you doing?
My name Matt Farah. I car good. Can somebody call Kenny Loggins? You know, because you're in the Danger Zone. Top Gun.
Are we doing phrasing? You guys gotta let me know if we're still doing phrasing.
What the shit?
Do you want ants? Because that's how you get ants.
Ding! All right, next topic.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this special edition of the Camcast.
Woo!
Wait, isn't every week a special edition?
They're all special. They're like my children. I can't tell you which ones I like more than the others.
I mean, it's
So they're all special.
Yeah.
It's a special, like, needs a helmet special, like, stop eating the paste special, like...
He needs a helmet and can't stop eating the paste. It's Gavin. He walked right into that one. He's back after a hiatus of...
Fuck all of you people.
And he's friendly as ever. He loves you. He is Uncle Radical himself. It's Dave.
Hey, the professor.
Yep.
Yep.
And I am Mike, Doc Taste, who is reminding you that it is a Tuesday that we are recording, and me and Gavin are wearing our Tuesday shirts. Our Steady Broke clothing shirts.
Because I'm broke as fuck.
Yes. We all are.
I really need to get one. I'm sorry, Tommy.
Yeah. I thought he sent you one.
Yeah. I think everyone got one.
Yeah, we all got one.
Did yours get lost in the mail? As it were?
Wow, maybe I back-shelved it. I don't know. I'm going to have to dig through all my shit now.
Well, while Dave does that, please head over to steadybroke.com. Put some stuff in your cart. They got some awesome shirts, hats, hoodies, so on and so forth. And use the coupon code CAMAUTO15 at checkout. Let them know that you heard it from us. Helps them out. Yeah. Just because you're broke doesn't mean you can't live your dreams. It's Steady Broke Clothing, steadybroke.com, and Steady Broke on all social media.
Boom.
Yep.
And then right out the gate, we're also going to plug ours.
Yeah.
camautomag.myshopify.com.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, head over to the main site. There's a little thing that scrolls across the top. It says Cam Auto Swag. Click on that. Or click on
Auto Swag.
Yeah, or click on any of the posts.
Dig it.
Just at the bottom, it's got a whole bunch of links. The bottom one says Cam Auto Swag. It takes you right to the store.
Boom.
We got shirts, we got hats, we got iPhone cases. We got all sorts of stuff for you.
Man, I wish we had an Android, like a Samsung case back when I could have used it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have an iPhone, but one that nobody makes a case for, so...
Oh, that's a damn
whatever.
shame.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, it's camautomag.myshopify.com. Feel free to help us out there, because all the proceeds from that go to keeping this thing running.
Yep.
Yeah. And speaking of keeping things running, if you haven't already, subscribe to this podcast. We'd really appreciate it. And also, some reviews, some ratings, some stuff like that. So
subscriptions and reviews and ratings help us do more things. So help us do more things. And
yeah.
Hit that motherfucking like button.
Yeah. Tell your friends, too.
Yes.
I'm sure they'll probably like this.
Because chances are, if you like this, you know people that like this, too.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right. With all that housekeeping out of the way up top, we got some stuff and some things to discuss.
Indeed we do.
Let's first talk about where the hell Gavin's been for the last 2 weeks.
Oh, man. I feel like I've been everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Well, lay it on me, buddy.
Okay, so I'm starting a thing.
You're starting a thing?
I'm starting a thing.
A thing?
Rehab's not a thing, Gavin. It's an important thing some of us have to go through, and we're here for you, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'll be there to light your first joint once you're out. Because that's what a good creepy uncle would do.
I'll just keep bringing you cartons of cigarettes because that's what the responsible uncle does.
That's what friends are for.
Replace that addiction with another one, baby.
No, I'm starting a thing called Exhibition of Speed. Mm-hmm. It's a new video thing and car thing that is in its infancy right now. We have shot one video. We are working on our second video and have a third video slated. We're wanting to drop season 1 May 1st. So.
Oh, snap.
Damn.
It's going to be
All right.
seasons.
Yeah.
I work, quote-unquote, seasons.
Seasons like we do seasons.
Basically, I'm the first...
We do seasons?
I mean, notice how everything kind of comes to a screeching halt, middle of November?
Yeah.
And then we don't do shit until about April?
Yeah, it's about right.
Yeah.
Touché.
There we go.
So, and this is going to last probably from May until about probably in November, like when the good driving season and canyon seasons are open.
Yeah.
When all that's going. So, no, I've got cars that I'm chasing after and slating to review.
Well, and what exactly are you doing with Exhibition of Speed? Because
exhibiting speed in motor vehicles such as a Kia Stinger GT, which I've driven.
I saw one driving home today.
What color?
Black.
Ooh.
Black with like dark gold accents.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, what I love about my buddy Justin, I'm also presenting the show with, he has one, and this a lot of the spawn from him wanting to do a video series covering that car because he puts on crazy miles a day. He puts on like 110 miles a day consistently.
Damn.
Yeah, he has had the car, like 45 days, maybe 2 months now, and he's put like 4,000 miles on it, over 4,000.
Damn.
So, yeah. He has already done his first oil change.
Well, as a responsible owner should.
Yeah. And so his is red, black interior, the 3.3-liter twin turbo with the auto gearbox, all-wheel drive. It's funny, I didn't notice at first, but that automatic gearbox is actually in-house.
Really?
It's not a ZF.
Huh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's new.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
It's damn near as I would say it's probably about 80% a ZF. Like drivability wise. There are some times where I've wanted it to kick down and I've known that it could have kicked down but it didn't. And I'm like entering a corner and I'm like, sure would love second gear right now.
Come on, second. Come on, buddy.
Second would be great.
Come on.
Yeah, no, I mean the car rotates well.
Yeah.
It launches pretty well considering it's a heavy car with a torque converter and sub 400 horse.
Yeah.
I've had it at certain speeds. It stays really planted. I've talked way too much shit on this car to like it as much as I do. I still wouldn't buy one for $52,000.
But I mean,
it's really hard for me to be able to say like I want that for $52,000. Not because the car is bad at all. I just would rather have an RS3.
Yeah, I'm one of the.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah, everybody's got their thing.
Yeah, I want something more nimble, something that I can chuck in better.
Yeah,
practicality isn't as big of an issue for a car like that because it's already got the 4 doors and a trunk. So what else have I driven? So that's the first episode. Second episode is TTRS, the 3rd gen, the new one.
Yeah,
it's called Vegas Yellow.
Right.
Is what the color is called.
I'm going to refer to it henceforth as Bananarama.
Ooh, I like that.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Why did they not call it that?
What up, Audi? I'm here. I got a head full of this shit.
Do you mind if I drop some spoilers on you?
Yeah, go ahead. Spoiler alert, it's awesome, and I liked it.
It's awesome, I liked it, it's a,
what?
However.
What can you possibly spoil? It's like, well, in the glove box, there's a little gnome. And if you answer his riddle, he gives you a gold bar. Wait, what? Why is this not being advertised more? Like, what can you possibly spoil about this thing?
It's interesting. I was talking to the owner of the car before I got in it.
Yeah.
And he's like, the sensation of speed isn't there. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like it launches hard. Like, it launches good. And, like, it's a fast car. It's a 400 horsepower 5-cylinder Audi with a dual clutch. What's not to like? And, I saw what he meant beyond, like in the triples.
Yeah. It just...
you don't feel it. Like, it'll launch hard because it revs to 4,500 RPM and just...
And away you go.
Drops clutch and you're gone.
Yeah.
But then sensation of speed isn't there in the triples.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So kind of uneventful when you get approaching VMAX.
It's hard because there are some corners where you like fast sweepers where you can take at triples and like I don't know how fast I should be going right now.
That's
I don't know if it's just too fast. Is it not fast enough? I don't know.
Yeah,
a little vague, but
whatever.
That video is going to come out in June at some point.
Yeah. All right. Very cool.
Super.
Yeah.
Well,
what else do you want to know, Mike?
I don't know. Have you been doing anything else besides that, or
that's kind of taken up my time.
Come on, tell Daddy what else you've been up to.
What else have I been up to? looking for work. I'm fun employed.
Any leads, go ahead and drop that mailbag at camautomag.com.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Let me pay rent. Help me pay rent.
I unfortunately have some disappointing news.
Oh, no.
I have no leads for you.
Damn it.
We're not hiring at my place of employ. And,
that's okay.
well, my girlfriend's place, or ex-employer, apparently everybody is leaving because the dude who runs this office is a massive twat.
Love those.
Like, you know the kind of guy who, like, he leases, like, an M3 or whatever just so he can say he has an M3 but doesn't know, like, shit about it. Kind of a smarmy, like, business school douche.
Yeah, sure. Like, the guy that's in it for the image.
He called me Mark after being told numerous times my name is Mike. So I'm like, I know you. I know your kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently nobody likes him, so it's just been a fire sale at her place, and a couple of her ex-coworkers have come and interviewed at her current place, so... Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I got nothing
I
for
almost
you.
wonder if it's just worth it.
Pretty
fucking bad?
Well, at her old place, no, don't fucking go work there.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. Oh, God.
Do you know anything about granite countertops?
Actually, Dave, I was actually just thinking about you the other day.
Are you willing to learn?
I am willing to learn. I don't have that big of arms.
Are you willing to put up with my bitchy ass? Most people aren't. I'm just going to spoiler alert.
If push comes to shove, I might actually give you a call. You think I'm kidding?
I can provide you with temporary employment.
Oh, there we go.
Do you need a guy?
I need lots of guys. I've got a 1,200 unit condominium project I need to put together. Boy, we're gonna make you buff today.
We're gonna talk later.
How about take the chicken breast and you put the Nutella between them?
Gainswich Jr. Never say that again.
Don't blame me.
Is that a reference?
It's a real thing.
Mr. Regular said it.
Oh fuck! I've been watching regular car reviews in such a goddamn long time.
He's been doing like the New Zealand stuff.
I've seen the updates. Yeah,
they've been pretty cool.
Have they?
The New Zealand episode, yeah, because he's driving stuff that we don't get here.
Sure, I mean that's why he's there.
Yeah,
that makes sense. But that's fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it, Mr. Regular.
Yeah.
Put the Nutella between the chicken breasts.
Call it the Gainswich Jr.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, he's not.
The funny thing is just, I had a visual of me doing that at home and Brooke walking in the door. She'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you ruining that chicken? I'd be like, Gainswich sandwich. No, what was it, Gainswich Jr.?
The Gainswich Jr.
Fuck. Which makes me wonder, what's the Gainswich Senior like?
I don't know. I don't want to know. As someone who willingly ate a KFC Double Down, I don't want to know what the Gainswich Senior is. Listen, I've made mistakes in my life. I'm not proud of everything I've done. Good God.
Are we going to be workout buddies?
I mean, we can be.
Can we be?
Yeah, we totally can be.
Cool.
Yeah.
You see this shit? You see that?
Yeah, I lost mine long ago, so I just got to go up to the counter and tell them who I am, and they check me in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not even going to bother asking for another card. That's just more shit for me to lose.
Yeah,
/
right?
to have clutter at my house.
Oh my God, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
All right. Well, let's get into some stuff.
Yeah, so the 2019 Camaro looks like shit.
Well, you know, I haven't seen it yet. Hold on, clicking the link.
I got a link. Don't worry.
Good.
I got you, fam.
Thank God.
And Sonny
You have not seen this yet?
No, I have not. So
Okay.
my feed.
Good thing you're sitting.
Real quick. So my social media feeds, it is like
Formula Drift.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's racing. So like motorsport.com, racer.com, sportscar365, and like Facebook, then cute animals.
Okay.
Like Saturday morning breakfast cereal and Sarah Scribbles, and then skateboarding, and then this, like this sort of stuff. So, all right, I am sitting. I have the link loaded up. I am slowly scrolling down. So, what the fuck did you do? Oh.
It does not get better.
I think the rear end is the best part of the car.
It definitely is. This makes the new Mustang look good.
I mean,
I understand they're doing this for a bit more aerodynamic performance.
Oh,
I mean, I really like those taillights.
Mike.
I really do.
Chevrolet, come get your people. They are. What are they doing?
Oh, baby. What is you doing?
Oh my. Oh.
Did you guys notice, though, in the article that Road and Track here has, they're optioning the Camaro SS with a available 10-speed automatic with launch control and a line lock standard.
Well, that's tight.
I mean, that's rad.
Yeah.
Give you a hint at who did that first. Dodge Demon.
Blue Oval, bruh.
Yeah, I thought you
With
could
line lock. You could get line lock years ago.
Yeah, I thought you could get a line lock on like a Ford or Mustang GT.
You could, and now you can
Was
actually
that
get
really?
them.
Yeah.
Well, so that's been all of S550. And
Interesting.
then this
Yeah.
newest 2018, I think, version, like the
Yeah.
new ugly version, you can actually get line lock with everything. You can get it with a EcoBoost if
Tight.
you want.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and eat that one.
Well, I mean,
Speaking of Dodge Demon, have you seen the video of the Demon versus the 720S?
what?
I have not.
There was a rolling race video between a Demon and a 720S, and the 720S runs away.
Huh.
I'm not incredibly surprised.
Yeah.
No. But it's like, I
Well,
think
yeah.
it's a 50 roll or a 70 roll, and
Yeah.
it just,
From
Demon is gone.
Well, I mean, the
Yeah.
demon shines in the short game.
Yeah, like from a roll, like you are taking away any of the built-in advantages that the
Yeah,
Dodge
you-
put into the Demon.
Yeah, you cannot backdoor anybody with a demon.
No.
You have to whole shot it.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, that's a 5,000-pound car.
like if you're not getting him at the tree, you're not going to get him.
Definitely.
So,
So I'm not surprised. That's kind of sad.
It's
because
it's very
840 horsepower or whatever they're making, but
whatever it is.
that's
all for naught.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, the demon's all short game.
Yeah.
It's totally
Is it 0 to
limited
60 in
traction.
2 seconds? Is it the 2 seconds?
Something like
Or
that.
2.2 or something? I'm trying to think of what the McLaren is like 7, or
Yeah.
sorry, it's like 2.8? 2.7?
I don't recall.
Something like that. Here, there's this thing called the Google, so I'm going to look
Yes.
it up.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and jump to jump into something else. God, I need some sort of something to
Oh, yeah,
cleanse my palate.
how'd you like that, Mike?
I mean,
Truly atrocious? Is that,
God, like the front, it's starting to like lose the stuff that made it look like a Camaro. Like everything for
Yeah.
like you'd look at something straight on and be like, oh yeah, that's Camaro, that's a Challenger, that's a Mustang, and now you're kind of starting to lose it with the Camaro. It's like that's Impala.
Man, I see so much Impala in that now that you say that. Wow.
okay, so I feel like the pony cars, not muscle cars.
No.
'Cause there is a difference.
Well, yeah, we really only have one muscle car left, and that's
The Charger.
the Charger and the Challenger.
Yeah, I guess those are the Challenger would be muscle as well, not a pony car. So,
yeah.
the pony cars that we have, that being the Mustang and the Camaro.
Yep.
I feel like, and I would actually probably pull muscle cars into this realm as well. They're kind of like old rock bands. That really the only reason they are around today, such like bands like, and I know people are going to disagree with me on this. Bands like Styx, bands like
Aerosmith.
Speedwagon.
REO Speedwagon, the Eagles. They're
Let's just
not
put it this
here
way.
for the new shit.
No,
We want them for their classic hits, their greatest hits, and why. We know why we like those bands.
play toys in the attic and get the fuck off the stage,
Play Hotel California.
and then break up again because it's the best thing you ever done.
Play more Freebird!
At least it wasn't me that peaked that time.
That's very true.
Sorry.
Damn.
It's all right. It's all right, everybody. We're good. Yeah, wasn't terribly peaky. Anyway, like old bands, muscle cars. It's like we know why you're here. Just play the hits and then move along. But it is nice to see that, like,
But I think they're still in so with that kind of being the thesis of that statement, the Camaro's like U2, where they're still trying to, like, they're old and like people know why they like them, but they're still trying to like renovate and like do new shit, and people are like, no,
they're
play play Pride in the Name of Love, play Sunday Bloody Sunday.
And then after, people are like, they're done, whatever, we just want to hear the old hits. They'll drop something new and everybody's like, yeah, there we go. That's why we like you too.
Yeah.
Every now and again. And then, Ford with the Mustang is doing, it's like, well, okay, you're out there. Like, You know,
Yeah.
you know, like the late great Bowie. Just like, all right, you're out there doing your thing. Always something new.
Fuck.
Every decade.
Lazarus was a fucking trip.
Oh.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But yeah, and meanwhile, Dodge with the Challenger and the Charger. You know, they're just like, we know what we're doing. We're playing the state fairs.
They know what they're about, and
Yeah.
I don't feel like Chevy knows what. They kind of lost that.
Yeah, like they're trying to stay true to something that they're really not doing, and they're also like trying to compete with something that's ever changing, and they're not
Able to meet that demand.
Yeah,
They're trying to make their shoe fit every foot here.
yeah,
It's not working out.
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. Not a good look. Not a good look.
It's really not.
And it's so terrible because the current Camaro is so pretty. I love it.
Especially with the 1LE packages.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like a Black ZL1 1LE.
Oh, yeah.
It just murdered out.
Or even that does things for me.
Or even Jay's Panda ZL1
Jay's
1LE.
Panda looks great too.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that arrow on it.
Yeah.
Saw
And, like,
him in
so
traffic the other day.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did?
That was great.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's funny actually. Just as I sent you those photos, I saw
Yeah.
him at the Broovies
Nice.
meet. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun.
No, yeah, I went and you know, he bought a couple of cam stickers, which will be out at the NASA Utah weekend.
Hey, yeah, I'll bring mine.
Yeah, there we go.
Asterisk, buy one.
Yeah. So we've got, I only have 2 red left, so, you know, if you want the red,
I have red.
cool. And then, yeah, I've got plenty of black and white. But, you know, 1 for 3, 2 for 5. Still stands. Cash is king. Make sure the bag's right. Anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, no, when I went to meet up with Jace to get him his stickers, you know, like, I just real quick asked him, like, hey, so there's nothing different about this car. Like, you just ticked the boxes at the Chevy dealership and then they presented you with this thing. And he's like, yep. I'm like, all right, cool. Good to know. Because that thing is super aggressive for being something you can get out of the factory.
It is.
It's probably one of the most aggressive cars you can get.
Yeah. Like,
Aesthetically looking. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I would.
And I would even wager to say performance per dollar. That's probably a pretty aggressive package. You're probably only going to be bested by other cars from the same manufacturer, like the Corvette.
I mean, domestically, yeah, I don't think, like...
Yeah.
I don't know that anybody else is building anything that's really that aggressive. I mean, the GTR is kind of old news aesthetically.
Yeah,
It's got minor changes, but for the most part, it's the same car that came out, 5-6 years ago. So,
no more like...
it's pushing 10.
hey,
Yeah,
you're
like a
right.
decade
It is
ago.
pushing a
Pushing
decade
10.
now. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have not had they haven't had a facelift, have
No.
they? I mean, it's been
Well-
minor updates.
Well, it's had a facelift, but it's never been like...
Vincent's version is the facelift.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah, like they've had...
They've had
face-
little revisions. They added like the LED daytime running lights.
Yeah, they
on
were-
the 2011s.
Oh,
Something like that.
believe.
Yeah, they got the new kind of corporate nose that they debuted on the their DPI car.
Yeah, so coming up, it just looks like an Altima.
Yeah.
when it passes.
Kinda,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, and then
But then you
old
see the
Impala.
4 lights in the back, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's the GTR.
Yeah. So
Right.
yeah, but,
Got it.
But yeah, no, like I can't think of anything like
Nothing short of supercar.
like something that's just outright designed to be aggressive. Because I mean,
Because the Ferraris, like the 488s, are still elegant. The Performante looks like an Huracan with a wing on it.
yeah,
the
doesn't look-
Lambos have got a little soft recently. They're
Yeah,
falling away from the angular.
yeah, and even like the
thing.
hardcore Porsches, like that's
Porsches
It's
are all
still-
bubbles again.
Porsches have never looked,
No.
extreme anyway. Even like their hypercars,
Yeah.
like their Carrera GT
I mean,
and 918.
let's be
they
real,
look gorgeous,
yeah, they're gorgeous, but they're not like
aggressive.
no.
And I mean, let's be real. The probably the most aggressive thing that we see on our streets from like the UK is a Jag.
Yeah,
Okay, I one thing that might actually look as aggressive as say a murdered out 1LE
yeah,
would be the McLaren P1.
yeah.
That's probably it.
That's
probably the only thing that actually aesthetically looked.
Yeah,
But I mean,
I'll give you that.
Especially
Yeah.
if you get one in bare carbon,
oh yeah,
an all carbon.
Okay.
Like, oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that checks our boxes only because we're enthusiasts and we know what bare carbon is.
yeah,
Yeah.
Otherwise, to some people, it's just a texture.
yeah,
That's true. Maybe
well, then-
maybe you just get it in all black. Even I don't know.
yeah. Even in all
something.
black.
I've,
Yeah,
I've only seen an orange one.
Okay, I guess if it was devoid of all color, I could see it adding a menacing character.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see
But
that.
I mean, that's...
I mean, it doesn't, like a ZL1, you could paint it any color.
Yeah.
You could get it in that, like, tan taupe color.
I've seen them in red before. I've seen J's. I've seen a black one in images.
I've seen, let's see, on BBC Top Gear, they tested a silver one at Button Willow.
Okay.
But I mean,
was it like that kind of flat-ish silver, almost
Yeah,
like
like that
really
flat-
pretty?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that's
that
a really pretty color on that
that
car
is.
with the lines.
Yeah. It really
Okay.
brings out the lines and everything in that car.
Yeah.
But I mean, like they was saying, any color that, ZL1's 1LE is going to look super aggressive, and we've been racking our brains, and we have come up with the $1 million McLaren P1.
That's the only thing that looks more extreme than that thing, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, until the ZR1 hits the streets.
Yeah.
Because,
and those have.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I guess
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about the ZR1.
Well, but then we also put the caveat before we started this,
I did
Yeah.
mention the Corvette.
Yeah.
But
You did.
Yeah.
I also did not consider that the ZR1 is on the streets yet.
Yeah, I've seen people selling them for like $145.
Well, good
or
for them.
so.
So they're still cheaper than an entry-level Porsche.
That's not true.
No, you can get a...
You can get a 911 for $100,000.
I mean, we got to talk entry level. I mean, we can get you into cheap Boxster.
I mean, a Boxster will also run you 70, probably.
Okay.
Entry level, though, baby. Entry level.
Roll-up windows is like 65 or so.
No, roll-up windows is like 75. Remember, that's the Porsche model. They take away.
That's right. They charge you more to.
They take away technology and they charge you more.
That's right. So
You know.
power windows and
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
That makes
They had to pay Gunther to take it out. It was prefab with this. Now he has to take it out and put a little clip in the wiring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just.
Well, and for the drawstring door handles too. That's,
Needs to put the little decal on the B pillar that says this vehicle's been altered from original condition.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Okay, well, point on the board for the ZL1 Camaro being the most aggressive thing on American roads.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now the next generation of Camaro is going to be hideous looking. So
I mean,
get them all you can.
true to form, they're making it look like more and more like an Impala or a Cruze.
They're just.
Or a Honda Accord.
I mean,
Have you seen the new Accord though?
I have. I like the old one more.
I agree. But
Yeah.
wow,
The new
they were taking swings at Mazda with the current 6.
They were.
Yeah.
They definitely were.
Man, they made that swoopy and angular,
Yeah.
and low and wide.
well, I think. Hopefully, I think this is going to be a new trend because the new 6, the new 3, those are legitimately like gorgeous cars.
Right.
The
In
six,
that-
the 6 has been really good looking for a long time now.
Yeah.
This is probably about 2014?
Yeah, like
Probably 2013, like when they did that new generation.
yeah.
It's a properly good looking car.
Yeah.
Now, maybe this is just me being a Volvo fan, but do you guys see a little bit of the new, like, 90 series
I see a little bit
in some of these cars?
kind of creeping in a little bit.
Are you
Wide,
talking about
low
the grill?
roof, swooping. I'm talking the whole car.
Okay.
They're wider, they're lower, they're longer, they're more sleek.
Yeah.
They have some edges, some defining edges.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of S90 out of that.
I see little bits of that in there. Like that's on one end. The Mazda is just like,
Well, obviously,
Hey, it's like,
completely different
hey,
ends
we
of the
just
spectrum here.
I gave my kid a silk sheet and told him to dance around in the living room, and that was my design inspiration for this car, and it's great.
It worked.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like it's just like kind of pure organic, curves and motion that I see in the 6, and it's just gorgeous.
Volvo would get their inspiration from damn near anything, though. You know how they got their inspiration for the C30?
How?
I think there's a French furniture convention.
Huh. All right.
Like the back end is like they saw a couch they liked, and they were like, huh.
Well,
It makes sense. I
Yeah.
do know as far as the hatch glass shape,
On
they
the
took,
C30,
they
yeah?
took that from the original P1800 ES.
Oh, did
Ooh.
they?
Yes.
That
Nice.
makes sense.
Yeah, lots of design cues throwback to that car. That's what they were trying to emulate a modern version of. But I could see a lot of couch, too. So
Yeah. No,
there's a lot of armchair in the
I think
C30.
one
Yeah.
of them went to like a French. I believe it was French. Like a furniture show or something. They were like,
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if they ran into a Citroen in the parking lot and said, "Oh, nope, that's it."
oh, that's it.
yeah.
Yeah. Those were turbo 5-cylinders, weren't they? The C30s or no?
Yeah.
they're Turbo
Okay.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the same platform as the Focus. That's a shared platform there.
Oh, the Mark II Focus.
Right.
Yeah.
The ones we never got.
Yep.
The good ones we
Right.
never got. At
Yeah,
least?
even up to the last Gen ST.
Okay.
Yeah, there was still some carryover.
There's a lot of similarities there.
Yeah.
And then they even touched briefly on your chassis, Mike, Mazda 5.
Yeah.
The C-Max chassis.
There we go.
Lots of that. So actually, side note, if you ever decided you wanted to upgrade motor mounts on yours,
Yeah.
hybrid C-Max.
Huh.
They're polyurethane,
All right, cool.
and they're cheaper from Volvo.
Good to know. Good to know.
All right, anywho.
Well.
There we go, the professor doing his work.
There we go. Well,
Total side note, guys. 2018 Lada 4x4,
yo.
formerly the Niva.
Yeah,
You guys know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
right? The
No,
little four-wheel drive hatchback.
I do.
I dumped a link just real quick.
Sure.
It's now available in camouflage.
Hell yeah.
It is literally the same car since 1977. It is just available in camo. Like literally, its only change is that it's now available in a factory camouflage pattern.
That's
amazing.
awesome.
And that is all I have on that subject.
Oh, that's great.
Like I bet they don't even put a tape deck in it. It is literally as standard as it came in 77.
Okay, but like, how many people from Draper are going to want to buy that because it's in camo?
I mean, oh damn. Hey, the new gym I just joined, I can count on one hand during the day how many camouflage Jeeps there are on the parking lot. If I go at night, I can count it on two hands.
Damn. That's
I
quite a
might
bit.
be missing one or two because, well, snow camo, but
Yeah.
sorry, urban camo.
There you go.
Urban camo. I kind of,
Got to
okay,
blend in with the rest of the office complexes.
there are some cars that urban camo can look good on.
Yeah.
I think.
S6s?
Ooh, wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
A lot-
RS7 maybe?
Yeah, a lot of the Audis can rock that camo real good.
I was thinking
I
like
think so.
RS7.
Uh-huh.
I think R35s can. Some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Depending on the
I've
color
seen a
scheme.
couple of good ones.
Depending on the color scheme and exactly how you're doing that
I
camo.
can see the Focus RS
Yeah.
rocking an urban camo.
Yeah.
A lot of that being the Ken Block Hoonigan
Yeah.
stuff. And then what was it? Lamborghinis.
Well,
Like
yeah.
Huracans. I could see an Huracan
Yeah.
rocking
Yeah.
that really well.
What do you guys think looks good in camouflage? Mailbag at camautomag.com. The
Urban
professor
camo,
wants to know.
Urban camo or redneck cambo? Camo. Cambo.
Hey,
Camos.
guys, when we stand inside, show the fruit basket.
Cambo slice in the building. Anyway.
So two guys walk into a two guys go to a
God damn it, Dave.
two guys walk into a
God damn it! I miss you guys.
two guys walk into a drinking establishment.
Hey, Timmy, tell Wendy I miss her. No. Tell her that you're a continuing source of inspiration. I'm going to let you guys go ahead and look up that South Park clip, but it's great.
Yes.
Speaking of things that are great, the Porsche 919.
Hey,
Got
So,
it.
P-Car, hit us with some knowledge.
well, he might hit.
mean,
I'll go ahead and take some swings.
I'll follow along and I'll probably just like add some things.
Yeah, so as we all know, Dieselgate hit Volkswagen Audi Group pretty hard, which caused Audi to leave the WEC.
Mm-hmm.
And then last year was Porsche's end of their WEC commitment, even though the WEC froze the P1 hybrid rules. So, the Audi and the Porsche would still be legal until 2020.
Oh.
But anyway, but Porsche still has these very fine, very fast, still technically legal cars, but they don't want to race them because running a WEC P1 Pro effort is expensive.
That's understandable.
Like on the scale of Formula One expensive.
Ouch.
Ow.
Yeah, well, that's why Peugeot only did those, brilliant few years. They're like, we can't keep doing this.
Got it. Yeah, they did good, too.
Yeah, they were challenging Audi, and if it wasn't for, again, fucking privateers,
If it wasn't for those meddling kids and that stupid dog.
that fucking dentist from wherever pretending to be a race car driver in a Ferrari. Fuck your
Damn it.
bronze license, dude. I don't give a shit. You don't belong out there.
It guarantees from the Everglades.
God.
Every dentist with a Formula One credential is from the Everglades.
Yeah, if you have an FIA license and you're like a bronze, and you're your quote-unquote gentleman driver, that means you just had enough money to throw at something. Like, you're not actually talented.
Yeah, somebody said, okay,
Yeah, no. Like,
I would like to drive in this car. Well, sir, we're going to have to show you the door right of it, but I have a very large checkbook. come right this way, sir.
Hey, that means we can get Neil Johnny on the books. Okay,
Hey,
cool.
all
Hey.
right.
Well, speaking of Neil Johnny, he drove what is Porsche is calling the 919 Hybrid Evo, an evolution of the Porsche 919 race car.
Oh, okay.
And by hybrid, I mean they don't have to conform to any rule books. So they got rid of the WEC technology restrictions. They upped the horsepower. They dropped more weight out of the car.
It's a 1,200 horsepower.
Yeah, now it's 1,200 horsepower now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it just broke the F1 lap record at Spa.
Oh, this is the one that ran 141.77.
Yes, it beat Lewis Hamilton's pole lap last year from the...
His qualifying lap that
Yeah.
got him on pole.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, from the Belgian Grand Prix
And
last year.
so I guess Porsche's aiming for a 136 flat?
Yeah, they want to take more time out with this same car.
Wow.
That's insane.
So is that indicating that the car is still loose and unrefined, or is that them just still figuring it out?
Well, so a lot of these cars, they leave a lot of performance on the table because they have to conform to these rules.
Right, understand. Yeah, I mean,
Because-
it's like
yeah.
restrictor plate racing. You pull it and you go, all hell breaks loose, Group B status.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing,
Yeah.
except, like you're, putting in a, bigger battery and all this other stuff so you can, dump more power. And,
Right.
You
It's
don't
all
have
about amperage on those.
yeah, you don't have any balance or performance you have to worry about. So you can run the car as light as you want, as unrestricted as you want. So,
It just has to set the number.
yeah,
It's literally like a one-lap car.
exactly.
Got it.
And me and Matt Barker were talking about this. It's like, how awesome would it be to see, proper factory-backed, time attack things? So, Porsche brings out the 919 Hybrid Evo, and then Audi brings out the R18 Plus, and all this other crazy shit. Peugeot blows the dust off of one of those old diesel hybrid,
And then BMW comes out of the woodwork with something,
and Nissan drops an unrestricted, R35 GT500 car.
right?
Yeah,
you could start getting to play with some pretty cool stuff there.
Yeah.
Well, and these manufacturers, however expensive these ventures may be, they love getting into wars with each other, right?
And here's the
like,
thing.
Well, because
the Nürburgring lap time.
Because
for
it has
example.
Well, yeah.
it has the side bonus of R&D
Yeah.
built in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing. Okay, so, a Formula One program or a WEC program or any of these other, top-tier racing programs, they're very expensive.
Indeed.
Hundreds of millions of dollars for the year on just running the damn thing, in addition to, in Formula One, constantly developing a new car and
Right.
doing all this shit. Time Attack, I mean, you just have basically test days, so you're not worried about, hitting somebody else on track. You have very few events that you have to commit to. You can just do World Time Attack Challenge down in Australia.
Yeah.
That's the one.
You absolutely have to do that.
Yeah. But I mean, that's, you really only have the one thing, and that's one weekend. So it's why not just say, fuck it, and go for it,
I feel like it's a really brash, balls out way to do things. I
Yeah.
love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because it almost brings it to a grassroots level, but with a little bit more money and preparation.
Yeah.
Yes, but how many cars can you sell with that? That's
I
the
mean, you
question.
can't. I'm sure.
Well,
The general public probably doesn't give two shits.
no.
They don't.
No, they don't. They don't give a shit.
And that's why companies don't do that. They're but we can
No.
put all of those millions of dollars towards
Improved cup holders and shit
Toyota
like that.
doesn't need to
button
spend any
within
more
the
money
sat-nav or
to
whatever.
sell
Yeah.
a blender.
Yeah.
They really don't.
No. But, try telling that to, some of these people who are committed, Chevrolet is committed to doing IMSA and taking those Corvettes to Le Mans, and Porsche is committed to doing racing pretty much anywhere there is a strip of tarmac, at least 3 turns, and a handful of people.
This is
That's
why
fair.
I love Porsche.
Yeah. Well, and even in, some of these more homegrown series, in Japan, the GT350 or the GT300 and 500 stuff, you have crazy, BRZs. There is a GT300 and 500 Prius.
I'm sorry, what?
The GT500 class in Japan, in the JGTC or whatever it is.
Can we pull that up, please?
We can actually pull up the race real quick, because they had their opening. They just had their opening race at, I can't remember where it was, but it's on Nismo TV on YouTube, and it was a pretty crazy, pretty awesome race. Oh, also Jensen Button made his racing debut after taking a year off.
There you go. GT500
What in the actual
Prius.
fuck?
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Because you can.
Why?
Apparently.
That's not good enough, Dave. Why?
I don't like it. It's a Prius.
Well, the GT500 Prius is running pretty much the same like mechanical drivetrain as the Toyota TS050 hybrid LMP1 car.
Well, why
Well,
can't
then.
it just be that then?
Because it can't. Like, there are...
Why does it have to be
this
a
is-
Prius?
This is literally like Toyota's modern day take on like the Renault e-Space F1.
Pretty much.
They
Well,
just shoved some cool shit underneath a normal body and made flares
Well-
and stuff. And
well, so the JGTC and
What?
DTM, they were
Just give us a Supra, damn it!
they're working on that. No, so the JGTC and
thank you,
DTM were developed in tandem. They were supposed to be like sister series, so the cars would be eligible to race in each other's things, each other's series. But the hang-up was, JGTC, it is an open tire formula, so you can have like Dunlops, Michelin's, Bridgestones, whoever makes a tire, you can run them. In DTM, as a cost control measure and a parity measure, they said we're only going to be running one tire manufacturer. And that was a problem, and, this whole awesome crossover that was supposed to happen never happened. So, but I mean, if you look at the cars side by side, they're shockingly similar.
Interesting.
It's just the DTM has slightly more trick aero, like they have DRS on those cars, which is fucking weird to see on a tin top. Out of nowhere, it's just like, oh, your rear wing went down. That's weird. Like, what the fuck was that? So
what are we looking at here? What is this?
so this is the Super GT Round 1 race. This is on
Okay.
Nismo TV.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why it looked kind of podcasty.
Yeah, so they
Got
have Sam Collins from Race Car Engineering and somebody else. They do their commentary. Oh, this is appears to be qualifying. Whatever. But yeah, you'll see you'll see some shit in there. Like I said, that crazy ass fucking that Prius with the fucking TS050 mechanics in there.
That's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, that's just something, and it's because the rules are, it has to be a production car, basically it's a silhouette series.
We know Toyota makes more things than the Prius, right? They make other cars, right?
Yes, but that's...
Don't tell anybody that lives in San Francisco.
I mean...
Well, no, they all drive Teslas there.
Yeah, there we go. But, no, I mean, I don't know the reason why they went with the Prius.
So strange, yeah, because, I could see them doing that
Well-
with the Corolla.
well, and even-
there's a drift Corolla. That's a thing.
Yeah, Frederick Osbo is doing the 28
Yeah.
because, again, Toyota said to Papadakis Racing, yes, we'll give you a free car and let you, help out with your budget. However, it's going to be the car that we tell you. And yet again, it's a fucking hatchback. A front-wheel drive hatchback.
Which they make a rear-wheel drive car, but
They make an all-wheel drive version.
it's not rear?
No.
Well, here's the thing. It's
So-
front-wheel drive base. They make an all-wheel drive version. Ergo, as part of Formula D rules and sanctioning, you can change that to rear-wheel drive only.
Yep.
It's kind of the loophole that the TC ran.
So they just drop the front axle.
Pretty much.
kind of.
Right?
So, I mean, yeah.
Basically, because they're at that point an exhibition vehicle, then you
Yeah.
can start getting real retarded with it.
So, I mean,
Gotcha,
the body
gotcha.
shell is the same, but, I mean, there's very little in the way
I mean,
of...
that's how NASCAR's been for the last while as well.
Well, no, I mean...
No, NASCAR in the 70s and 80s was that way.
Yeah. Now it's a tube chassis with...
Oh, okay.
It's a
gotcha.
spec chassis with
Yeah.
whatever you decided to put on top of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever sticker you wanted to put on top, let's be real.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, fun fact, there is a GT300 Toyota Mark X.
Oh, really?
What's
yeah.
that?
Their sedan. Their big sedan.
What?
That is So the GT300 class is really weird. So it's like international GT3 cars, and then also the weird mutant GT300 homebrewed thing. So you have GT86 GT300 cars,
Okay.
which are just insane. There's that Prius, which is mid-engine rear-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm. Is that a Honda Beat?
Where?
I thought I saw a Honda Beat in that paddock.
Maybe. I mean, it's
Possible.
Japan.
There you go. GT300 Mark X.
Yeah.
I actually like that.
It's cool, dude.
Pretty
It
good
looks
looking
like
car.
it almost looks like the headlights look like they're from a TC or something.
Yeah.
Like the new TC.
Yeah, they could be, yeah.
yeah.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
I like
But,
it.
Yeah, no,
That's cool.
Not bad.
Yeah, I'm getting stuck at some of these big Toyota sedans we can start legally importing. You know?
Soon.
Well, like Centuries?
Like Crowns, Mark
maybe
IIs.
not that big, but yeah. You're on the right track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Crowns, Mark IIs, stuff that came with the Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You know?
What about two of them together at the crank?
I mean...
In some sort of V formation.
I mean...
Here's the standard car, to give you an idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Things
yeah.
we
And
don't get but probably should.
Well, and then there's
Yeah.
somebody...
I would buy this over an Avalon.
Yeah, and there's somebody doing... I think there's still one of those rolling around in D1.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Every
So-
time I see an Avalon, I'm just like, why?
It's like you could
Of
be...
all the things.
Because it's not a Camry. Duh.
Oh,
It's not a Camry and it's not a Solara.
Yeah.
Totally
Well,
God.
you know they stopped making those Solaras, right?
Yes, I know.
Thank
aware.
God.
Those were heaping piles of shit.
Yes.
God.
They were just sporty Camrys.
Yes, they were.
They were. They were sporty Camrys for the people that don't want to drive a Camry but also don't know what sports cars are.
They were
It's,
the cool...
it's the people that stand around the water cooler in the office
Yes.
and say, "Oh man, I know all about fast cars." You know, like Tim over there and the other cubicle, like
Or-
he's got a V6 Accord. That shit puts bus lengths on traffic.
The Solara was for the cool grandparents.
They're the
Exactly.
Or like the rental car company, right? Like,
But see-
like those are rental cars. Let's
But
be honest.
the killer of the Solara is they still offered it in Camry beige.
Yeah.
If they offered it in only hip colors,
It
they
would have been...
probably would have sold
Had
more.
they done what Fiat had done
Yeah.
with the 500,
Yes,
But no.
it would
Pastels
have
and such.
killed it. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which...
Or had they just send the power to the proper wheels or offered... Did they offer a manual gearbox with that? I don't think they did.
I don't think
Avalon,
so.
no.
No.
That was just a terrible automatic
Auto only.
Yeah.
and front wheel drive.
No, it would have been awesome if they're just like, well, congratulations, America, you're getting, you know, the like late Mark IIs and Mark X's. Have fun. And away we go.
Man, that would
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah. I mean, but no.
Drifting would be an entirely different game in the United States.
I know.
Right?
Oh, it would
I
be...
mean, look at the cars that happen in Europe and Japan and Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, it's like we're all doing the same thing, but it's just we are making use of the tools that we have been given.
Right.
It's like an drifting around the world is like an episode of Chopped. Everybody was given a basket, and it's just you're pulling out whatever it is, and somebody's like, "All right, dude."
And what does America get?
America got
Chopped liver.
America got the yams,
We
the
got-
chopped liver.
we got yams, we got beef jerky, we got a Sixer, a Budweiser, and
just
sauerkraut.
and just a breath of apple butter.
And just like so I'm gonna call my buddy Tim's grandmother, and then I'm gonna have her whisper butter over the phone to my waffle, and just like that much apple butter.
Fuck. Shout out to All Fantasy Everything.
Oh yes.
And the best podcast we could have listened to on the drive to and from SEMA.
Oh, speaking of, so you remember that episode that we were listening to, like what to do with $1 billion?
Yes.
You remember Zach Toscani was on there, and he was the one who'd said he would have some crazy like private island, but have 2 food courts, and have his enemies captured and put into one side of the food court, but on the opposite identical side of the food court, he would go there and just make his enemies watch him not go to the Chick-fil-A they're working at.
Oh, yeah. That's sweet, sweet teenage victory.
oh,
right
God,
Well-
that is evil. That is proper evil.
That's something you also couldn't do for just $1 billion. You need more than that. But anyway, he had a series of tweets blow up a couple weeks ago because he works at a post-production office, and one of his coworkers came in. He got shrimp fried rice for lunch, and he put it in the fridge, and he's like, all right, I got lunch in, half an hour. Gonna let this cool down and then, eat it. And when the guy went back, somebody had thrown away, or like his shrimp fried rice was gone. It turns out somebody threw it away.
Yeah.
But a manager overheard him just like, I don't know where my lunch is. Like, it's not in my car. I remember putting it in the fridge. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe somebody ate it. A manager heard him and was like, hey, do you want to look at the security camera footage? So Zach he tweeted this whole thing of like, from the moment it happened to the guy seeing the footage to them realizing who it was the lady who sits next to Zach, who at that point in time was gone for the day. Like HR asking like, what do you want to do about, like, it's just this whole thread and it's insane.
I want to see this.
That sounds great.
That
Oh,
sounds
it's
glorious.
Just get on Twitter and just search Zach Toscani.
I will be doing this when I get home.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't you worry.
Oh, good. Yeah, it is an amazing series. It's a couple weeks ago, so. But I mean, he had like Lin-Manuel Miranda tweet him about like the how the story ended. He's just like, "This is a
fucking random."
Lin-Manuel was like, "This is a beautiful ending. I love how this story ends."
Hey, sometimes you just got to get the big fish in on the story.
You just
have to.
Well,
Yeah.
he's
Everybody
just
gets roped in.
yeah. Well, I mean, he was just like tweeting just like what's going on in his day, and it just blew the fuck up.
Guys, that is literally the definition of the internet.
Yeah.
That's how memes become memes.
Yeah.
That's how nobodies become popular.
Yeah.
That's how they become millionaires.
Yeah.
And this is also how heroes fall to the dirt.
The internet
Very,
will
very hard.
The internet will snatch your chain in an instant. The internet is
and it will yell Flavor Flav the whole time.
Dude, the internet is undefeated. Just think about this for a minute. So like,
gee, thanks, Al Gore.
well, I remember Michael Jordan being like the most amazing basketball player and winning 6 championships.
I remember that.
Right?
Yeah, there's a whole generation of people who only know Jordan as that crying meme.
Or as
an underwear salesman.
I was going to say, or as shoes.
Yeah,
Air
I don't think
Jordans.
people know him about his Air Jordans anymore. I think they all just know that he slings Hanes.
well, no, they know the Jordans, but they don't know like the dude behind
like,
it or
like
the logo.
who Michael Jordan is.
Yeah, they don't know.
You know that one guy that was on the Chicago Bulls at one time.
Yeah, and then the
20 years ago.
and then the Wizards for a brief period of time, but we don't want to talk about that.
That was a very dark time.
How many heart attacks does that make now, Bob?
Baker's dozen there.
Or his very brief baseball career.
That's right. Jordan played ball.
Yeah.
Baseball.
Shout out to the Barons. How you doing?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Wow.
All right, let's try to get this thing back on track.
Hey, did you guys know that a company in Taiwan is trying to build an off-road electric supercar that's very loosely
Wait, I'm
compared...
sorry. Off-road electric supercar?
Yes.
Off-road supercar?
Yeah.
Listen, let's not get bogged down in that part because we're not buy the premise, buy the bit. All right,
So
it's how a lot of movies work.
I'll give you that.
That's how all the Lethal Weapons worked.
Oh,
I mean,
And Payback.
I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
So
Because
is
for
this like-
once,
no-
he's on the other side.
Yeah,
so is this like a rally car? Is this like a...
it looks like something that somebody
So,
put together
Is
in
that
their
a
garage.
three-wheeled or four-wheeled vehicle?
It's being very loosely touted as a Tesla Roadster competitor. It's a four-wheeled vehicle.
So a competitor for a car that doesn't exist yet.
Yes. Because
Also, this thing probably doesn't
technically,
exist.
well, apparently there's some prototypes and they've done some rudimentary
this?
testing. Yes.
Oh, very cool. Very
Of
cool.
this. Taiwanese automaker called Xing, Xing. I think I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. It's probably Xing or
It's-
Sheng.
Something
but
like
whatever.
We're 3 white dudes drinking beer in a basement. I mean, we're close enough.
We're lovers, not experts.
We're in the parking lot of the ballpark. We're not necessarily on the field, but we're close.
Right.
All right.
So this is actually probably going to be somebody's mistress. It's actually legitimately called the Miss R.
Aw.
So they're shoving
Huh.
a bunch of good stuff into this thing. Like, okay,
How much power? Oh, wow. That's a lot of power.
1 megawatt, which would translate to approximately 1,340 horsepower.
that's through 4 350 volt motors, by the way,
Good God.
which is good for a claimed. I'm not sure if this has been proven or not yet, but this is a claimed 1.8 not to 60.
$125 and 5.1.
So that right there, that claim is besting the Tesla Roadster's claim of 1.9 0 to 60 and the Rimac C2 at 1.85.
Well, the Rimac worked, or is it a vehicle? That's
Yeah,
the thing.
that is true. That is
Yeah.
true. So as far as that goes,
The
they
Tesla
have
is all
that.
speculation, and this is also speculation, but I also remember when the Rimac was also speculation.
Right,
And it's
and
actually
with
a
how-
thing that exists now.
Yeah, with how modern technology's rolling, I say give
I
this
mean,
thing 6
Richard
months to a year before somebody's wrecking one.
I
Yeah.
was going to say, Richard Hammond has crashed one, so it is actually a thing.
Exactly. I mean, they've made more than one.
yes.
Because
I
one has been
honestly
destroyed.
wonder how many people had heard of the company Rimac before then.
I had no idea.
Versus now. I had heard of them, because I'm like, I hear about a lot of these things.
Well, I mean,
a lot of
this
these
is kind of
vaporware.
this is kind of your element, though. Kind of these supercar, hypercar things.
True,
This
true.
is more of your. This is what I think you focus on. That's just me. That's
Yes.
to me. So the company is also focusing a little bit on some other full electric endeavors, equipment, transport vehicles, etc.
Well,
But what they're mostly focusing their technology on is this particular car right here. One notable thing that they're doing that Tesla has talked about but is yet to try, and other EV companies have talked about but haven't really tried yet, hot swap.
yeah, modular batteries. Just
Modular packs.
yeah, they're looking to be able to do something where you can swap it out in about 5 minutes.
Right.
That's really fast.
Yeah.
So swapping it out for a replacement battery or
Yeah.
swapping it out for a faster battery? More
I
powerful.
would bet it would be
So for modification or for maintenance?
I
Both?
would imagine it could
Either?
be for both.
Well,
Okay.
so
It's like hot rodding your iPhone with a thicker back.
Well,
I guess so, yeah.
Well, so right here it says Zing's intention for battery swapping are more motorsports oriented rather than consumer convenience.
Interesting.
Which means
Yeah.
it sounds like they're probably going to lower it a little bit, put some sticky tires on it, and see if it, does some things that
Yeah.
it can do.
Or
if they're just going to
raising it and
send
put
this
knobby
thing at the X
tires.
Games. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's talking about going off-road, quote-unquote, which makes me think rally car.
Which,
Yeah.
I mean, this thing is, honestly, to me, it looks like a Tesla Roadster meets a local Motors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. That's
Well-
the vibe I'm getting off of this.
What would be funny is if these guys kind of copied what Jeep, their claim on their Grand Cherokee SRT8 back when
Yeah.
it first came out. They were like 0 to 60 in 5 seconds, wet or dry. It's like these guys could be like 0 to 60 in 2 seconds,
Wet or dry.
wet or dry, or
Paved or not.
on or off road.
Right.
What are you throwing down? All right, cool. We can get there.
Yeah,
Come on, bro.
Nice.
You want to do this in the parking lot, or do you want to do this in the field behind
Yeah.
it? Like, what do
yeah.
you want to do?
What's your goal here?
Yeah.
Man, I'll eat your shit in the cow pasture. Let's do this, man. Yeah, $5 on this.
He's going to walk into your house, take the beer out of your hand, and slap your wife on the ass.
Well, and I don't know if you guys have noticed looking at the pictures of the stance of this thing, it almost appears to me as if like the motors are going to be outboard, close
It
to
kinda-
suspension. It looks like there's not a lot of substance in the middle of the car. It almost feels like they're hub driven instead of, being a centralized deal with differentials and drivetrain. And it just carries that look to me. It's probably
It's
not
got-
how they're going to do it. But
No, but I mean, still, it looks pretty intense for what, it looks, I like.
It's very futuristic. I mean, you put some chain link on that thing and a couple of Gatling guns or something
It's
like
our,
that.
yeah,
and
it's ready for the Mad Max future.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's Rush 2024.
Yeah.
You guys remember that game?
Dude, or like you smooth out some of those body panels, paint it like a nice bright silver.
Mm-hmm.
That clean, sleek future where robots end up taking over.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think some of that is the divorced fenders.
Yeah,
The fact that
yeah.
they're following the tire
That's-
instead of the chassis.
I like that.
It's kind of giving me funny feelings, guys.
Well, what I find interesting is this one photo that we're looking at here. It's like a front 3/4.
Yeah.
It almost looks like it's a 3-wheel car.
Right?
The
It
front,
really
the
has
front
that
track
three-wheel
is
view.
really wide.
Yeah,
That's an oddly composed image. I see it.
yeah. And then
But then
like
you
you look
do
at
see other
angle.
photos, and it's like, oh well, now it's clearly a 4-wheel
That angle
car.
made it look really
yeah, I think
teardropped.
But it still shows that the how wide the front track is
Yeah.
because
And we haven't seen any aerial view or anything else like that.
yeah, we
which-
haven't really seen.
So we have no idea if the rear is even narrower than the front.
it
It almost looks like that design cube would work that way.
yeah,
yes and yeah.
And I could see that from a stability standpoint.
I think who is it? Gunther Works. They had like their 400 horsepower. I'm gonna use the 500 horsepower 993 Carrera with a super wide front track, and they
Yeah.
said it was actually a square stance.
huh?
Like the front
Interesting.
track was as wide as the rear
Interesting,
in a rear engine car.
huh?
And
which
like so
is
they
probably
made
a ballsy maneuver.
they made
Yeah.
a very. I mean they made a huge deal about that when they were trying to sell that car and when people were driving it, like Lieberman and Farah. So I wonder if just they were wanting a super wide front track. And
Well,
they
I
want it to
could-
be able to handle really well if it's
I
going to
mean-
be able to go that fast.
I could definitely see this for stability off road. You
Yeah.
see this a lot in
I could
ATVs.
almost see like them wanting to be able to flick a car in,
Right,
have
where
the
it's
rear end want to rotate a little bit more and have it like I don't know, have it like almost a worse traction in the rear, like, in a lot of drift cars. That's
Right.
how they want that car set up.
Right.
And they want that car to be able to rotate off-road.
I
like
feel like
in gravel, do Scandi flicks.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's almost like the old Morgan 3-wheelers, the rear-wheel drive 3-wheeler.
Yeah, or like the, I was about to say KTM Crossbow, but no.
No.
The Polaris Slingshot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It kind of gives me that vibe.
A little bit, yeah.
So I don't know. I do know off-road as far as like the ATVs, like the sand dune guys. They do typically run a bit narrower in the rear to fit obviously wider tire, but you still have a really wide front track.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Keeps them stable. So hey, we don't know. I mean, there's not a lot of information that's been posted about this one, but this is just a cool little nugget I found.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, one that might be
dig
worth
it.
keeping an eye on.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
A lot of cool stuff coming from, Taiwan, China, etc.
Yeah.
around the area
As
of late.
Yep.
So, guys, keep your eyes out on that. And
Yeah.
let us know what you think too on the Shang SR.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, man.
good stuff. Good
Yep.
stuff.
All right. Well, now we've got.
Hey, how about Formula Drift?
Let's blow through Formula One real quick.
Okay, Formula One, then Formula Drift.
Yes.
Okay, one
So-
before the D. Got it.
Exactly. So, Formula One was in Bahrain for the Grand Prix, and ESPN, their broadcast did not have commercials.
Wow.
They didn't fuck it up this time, and they
Dang.
have said going forward that there will be no more commercials for, I think, just the live race broadcasts.
Okay.
Like the re-airs, they will be able to chop it up and put in commercials.
Sure.
But they'll have somebody be able to recap stuff for you, or it'll
Got
be
it.
like they will just cut, throw in commercials, and then, like you won't miss anything.
It'll start back exactly where it cut off from.
Exactly. So that's
Interesting.
That's awesome. Glad that they did not fuck that up, and glad I went through all the time and effort to get the Watch ESPN app going on all my devices.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
But anyway, so it was a very interesting race for many reasons. So Lewis Hamilton got a grid penalty because he had to replace a gearbox. So he ended up starting, I think, 6th. He qualified 2nd and ended up, starting 6th because there's a 4-place grid spot penalty. Both of the Red Bulls retired early.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Max Verstappen got a puncture that may or may not have damaged a brake duct. I still don't know what happened, but he ended up, pulling off. And Daniel Ricciardo's car just literally died.
Oh, just shut down.
They showed the little over-the-shoulder view, and you can see, the light bright steering wheel and everything. Like, it's going, midway through the turn, dead.
Oh,
See him try to cycle the car, and then nothing. So,
well then.
yep. So, they were out early.
IT department, have you tried turning it off and back on again?
Yes, Daniel, it's the big red button. Hit it.
Repeatedly.
Have you unplugged and plugged it back in again?
Yeah, so... they on the broadcast, they showed a shot of the pits, and everybody there was just like packing up. They're like, well, fuck it, we're done.
Uh-huh.
But that was not the most interesting thing to happen in the pits.
Oh.
Kimi Räikkönen mangled.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh, just horrible.
The broken leg.
Multiple fractures.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Did you see this video, Dave?
I haven't seen it.
It's
I'm
not
not-
for the faint of heart.
I'm not going
It's-
to watch it again. I've seen it twice. I'm not going to go ahead and watch that one.
So what? Give us the rundown of the situation
Okay,
for those
so-
of us who are too queasy to watch this.
So Räikkönen comes in for his pit stop, and they're going to go from, I think, the soft tires to the super soft tires.
Okay.
Car goes up in the air. Left rear, they're struggling to get it off. Car goes down. The light that, tells the driver when to go goes from red to green. The dude holding the new left rear tire is still standing in front of the left rear.
Oh no.
Yep.
It hits him, runs him over, and then throws him out after his leg bent in many directions that a human leg should not.
No.
They told Kimi to stop the car because, he's going out on 3 super softs and 1 soft. And also he was going to get hit with a massive penalty for an unsafe release.
Right.
Because, they tend to frown upon you running over somebody.
Especially your own crew.
Oh, God. All right, Gavin's going to show Dave the video.
Oh man. I don't know if I want to watch it.
God. Well, don't worry. The dude's in good spirits. They showed on the
Oh man.
Scuderia Ferrari, they put a picture of the dude up on their Twitter feed. Cast from toe to hip.
Oh man, he's messed up.
Yeah, he
That had to hurt.
Yeah, that
a
is
lot.
not. Ooh, yeah, no.
Yeah. Ooh.
The leg just bends.
Oh man.
It becomes a C.
the wrong direction.
Yeah.
It's pretty horrific.
Oof.
Ouchies.
But yeah, no, but apparently he's doing okay. He's still in the hospital, but I mean, he's doing all right. They put a picture of him, give him the thumbs up in the hospital bed.
Okay, well, that's good.
Which is as we know from watching plenty of motocross and monster truck things. They pull the driver out and he gives you the thumbs up. We know everything's going to be okay.
Well, I mean, I learned that from Days of Thunder.
Oh yeah. I learned that from watching dudes jump things on motorcycles. It's like, it's not looking good. We got the thumbs up. He's okay.
Yeah, he's being carted off on a stretcher in a go-kart, but hey, he gave us the thumbs up, and the crowd goes wild.
That sweet John Deere Gator.
Indeed.
Yep. Anyway, so...
Wow, so that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, well, it gets weirder. So, we all remember how McLaren and Honda hated each other, and the Honda power unit seemed to constantly fail McLaren.
Right.
Yeah. Fourth place was Pierre Gasly in a Scuderia Toro Rosso powered by a Honda.
Really?
He was 4 or 5 places ahead of Fernando Alonso in a McLaren.
Man.
Yes.
Ouch.
Yes. So it was Vettel in first. It was his 200th Grand Prix, and he got the win. Then Valtteri Bottas, who let Vettel run away from him.
Pretty much.
Because Bottas is weak. I have no problem yelling, "Your boy is weak" at my TV whenever I see Bottas with a chance to succeed.
Okay.
Just
can't quite bite it off, huh?
Exactly. And then Hamilton, having to come from, pretty far back in the pack and having to deal with a faulty radio, he managed to finish in third.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, there were only certain, because they keep cutting into the, the team transmissions. And it was just, horrible, just, wind noise, static. Coming from Lewis's car, and you would hear, the engineers be like, we don't, the target time's, 140, 134.3. If you can do 140, 134.3, just let us know where you're at, and just keep, going for that time. And every now and again, he'd come through clear. He's just like, I just need to know what to do. I'm doing 134.3s, but where should I be? Should I be at 2? Should I be at 1? And he's just, But yeah, despite all that, comes in third.
Seem to have pulled that off. That's good.
Yep. And then, like I said, Pierre Gasly in the Honda-powered Toro Rosso in fourth. And then Kevin Magnussen, who has arguably the worst teammate on the grid in Romain Grosjean. Grosjean was actively holding up Magnussen through several laps, and he just would not get out of the goddamn way.
Well then.
Well, yeah. So, whatever. But despite the Frenchman, Kevin Magnussen came in fifth for Haas, and Marcus Ericsson in the Alfa Romeo Sauber, a team that nobody had any expectations for.
No.
Finished ninth. Got himself a couple points.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad.
Yeah. So, yeah, and there we go. That was the Bahrain Grand Prix. Oh, and all Lewis Hamilton called Max Verstappen a dickhead in the cool down room.
I saw the press conference
Yeah,
about that. Yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah,
I watched it live, in the cool down room. Yeah, I just saw him because they were showing replays because Verstappen kind of ran into him. He ran into Verstappen in turn one, and yeah, he just looks up and he's like, "Dickhead," and room silent, TV camera, microphone. Well, they're just watching him because it's a tiny room,
Uh-huh.
And yeah, it's everybody's in front of, and then yeah, you just see Lewis Hamilton look up, dickhead. It's like, all right, cool. Oh, there's the Prius next to the Huracan.
God, that's cute. They're almost the same size.
That's
right?
The only time a Prius has ever passed an Huracan.
Yeah, we're watching.
Other than in LA traffic.
Oh, because one got the carpool decal.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can use the HOV lane.
Attaboy. Anyway, so now that we've talked about the big boy formula, let's talk about
the little guy formula.
Yeah, whatever that was.
Yeah.
God in heaven. So I missed qualifying, but I watched some of qualifying. I watched
I've just been watching the shit show unfold on the Maximum Driftcast pages on Facebook.
Oh, dude,
their public page.
Yeah. Well, I will say shout out to them because they seem to be one of the few useful sources of news.
Exactly. That's why I follow them. That's why I listen to them. Shout out to the Maximum Driftcast guys.
Yeah.
By the way.
Paco, Corey, and Grandpa.
Yep.
It's always fun when Sam is somewhere and Jared is in the background because you just hear him yelling shit, and it's great.
Oh, good stuff.
It's just delightful.
Good. Such great stuff.
But anyway, so Formula Drift season kicks off, kicking off the month of April for the Long Beach Grand Prix.
Yep.
Because this weekend we have Pirelli World Challenge and IMSA doing that, and I think the weekend after is the IndyCar race.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like what the month of May is to Indy Motor Speedway, where it was ostensibly just, testing, carb day, bump day,
right,
all that stuff for the 500, the greatest spectacle in motorsport. The month of April is to the Long Beach Street Circuit. They do Formula Drift and then, sports car racing, and they used to do the celebrity race.
Right.
Which they stopped doing because celebrities can't be trusted. And then, it wraps up.
Don't say.
And then it wraps up with the IndyCar. So, yeah. Formula Drift is kind of the opening act to this great weekend. So, Peter Wiechik, the other Warthouse Drift guy, who's not James Dean, the sausage magnate / porn star, he laid down a fucking banger of a qualifying run and qualified first. Like, it was,
It was a good run.
Dude, it was great. Forrest Wang qualified really good. First season back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he actually finished the event second, didn't he?
Yeah, he finished second.
Okay.
Yeah, like
It's
was
good to see the Wang back.
Oh, yeah. Well, and it's like he's taking a different approach. He's actually building more of a Formula Drift car instead of trying to modify his, party car.
Right.
Right.
Having to get serious now.
Yeah, and I think it's still a 3-liter, too. Like, where everybody...
I think you're right.
All the other 2J guys are, like...
3.2s, 3.4s.
Yeah.
Crazy strokers.
Yeah, his is just, 3-liter. It's more...
I mean, Wang is he's always liked revving his car.
Yeah.
He's liked the peaky power mans.
Yeah. So...
It works for his style.
Exactly. And it was really on fucking display. It was great.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah. He lost to Osbo, who was in, again, the aforementioned Corolla.
Right, the Corolla that he apparently has to drive.
Yeah, like that's the deal. So Toyota gives these cars to Papadakis Motorsports. So Jonathan Castro is in an 86, but it has like the 2AR 4-cylinder out of, the Corolla or whatever, they've been running for years.
The Corolla, the XB or the XD or something like that.
Yeah, so it's not the FA20. It's not a not a JZ, not a V8. It's this weird 4-cylinder that's
so strange.
Yeah. Like, it's...
But to be fair, the Papadakis, the Papa Daddy, whatever, I don't know.
Mama Papa Kisses?
Yeah, puppy kisses.
Yeah, Papa Daddy Kisses.
Papa Daddy kisses, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. No, like, it's just in the contract. Like, that's...
Sister Mommy Kisses?
Yeah, Sister Mommy Kisses.
Yeah, like, this is, like, that's what they have to use for... for this to be a viable thing.
Right. But, I mean, to be fair, they have a pretty good amount of experience with this motor.
Like, yeah, they have developed it from being just this, throwaway economy motor into something that makes 1,000 horsepower.
Well, I mean, it's still a throwaway motor, but it just makes 4-digit numbers.
Well, I mean, they literally throw... Like, last year they were replacing an engine every event.
Yeah, I mean, they were really stringing them out, though.
Yeah.
They were struggling the first couple of years to pull 800 out of them. Then they started pulling 900, and now they're probably getting pretty damn close to the 1K mark.
Well, and then I think after qualifying before the main event, they were just, like, practicing engine swaps for the hell of it.
That's right. They were just doing it because they could.
They could. Just like, fuck it. Here we go.
They're like, hey, let's just go ahead and throw the fresh one in. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah, right? So...
Nerds!
Yeah. And then, let's see, James Dean, he broke his car, so he couldn't really battle. He couldn't get going in there, so I think Wang got that bye run. So,
that sounds right, yeah.
Yeah. And, Peter, after qualifying first, ended up finishing third. So that's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Yeah, and I would not be surprised if Peter just, ran through this season like Dean did last year.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
No, because, I mean, yeah, like, it was very clear that Peter was, like, the number 2 driver last year.
Yes.
But he has all the talent in the world, and he showed it at Irwindale last year. Like,
yeah, he did.
Good fucking God. Those are some insane runs that he had.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So, Dirk the Jerk Stratton, in his rookie season, he was the highest finishing rookie. After putting his C6 Corvette into the wall,
Yep.
he finished 17th.
Yeah, he let a lot of bald eagles loose on this.
Yes, he did.
He did some good.
Yes.
He did it for Dale.
Him and Matt Field.
Number 3.
Oh, yeah.
Making Dale proud.
Damn right.
Got drift out dangle Corvette for the dangle number 3, man. Got to do it for Dale Jr., man.
He's still saying he's got a radio in that car. Like, what was a Pro 2 car, like, or what it was a Pro-Am car? It had roll-up windows, air conditioning, and a radio.
It still had everything. It was still a Corvette.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely no C7R.
No, but I think now, like, they made him take the windows out.
I actually think it was a rule spec for that.
Yeah.
You had to remove that kind of stuff.
But
it had to be manually operated or affixed.
Yeah, so, but I think he still has a radio in there and maybe AC. I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Be that guy on the grid that's super chill.
Be the
Everybody
hero.
else is over here in their cool suits, and you're over there just putting the vents toward your crotch.
Just put it up to like 3 real quick. You know.
Yeah. Oh, let me just boop 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 boop. Autocon.
Yeah.
Like
hit
60.
Hit that auto button, baby.
Yeah.
There we go.
Exactly.
But yeah, he finished 17th. He coming into the second outer clip, that big like left-hand sweeper before. He just got a little too wide. Like, he came in too shallow, then was too wide, and then, you know.
He just pushed it.
Yep.
Let it eat, and it ate.
Yeah, and then some. Yes.
Yeah, there was a lot of damage to that car, but it's still probably usable.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
So.
Yeah. So, well, and speaking of damage, after years of talking about it, Federico Sfero is bringing over his twin supercharged 599 drift car. Don't worry, that's an old spec R35 GTR.
I was going to say, speaking of drifting and things fucking up.
Oh, don't worry. Watch the replay. You will see.
Yeah, some things went horribly awry right here.
Oh.
He got booted by what was that?
NSX.
NSX, and he went straight into the wall. Ouch.
Yep. I think like that was the only GT3 NSXs were running in this race.
Oh, man. So
I mean, there are other NSXs. Are they just in a different class?
Those are GT500 NSXs.
So this is Super GT.
What's the difference?
The GT500 cars are like a crazy-ass like turbo 4-cylinder, like the DTM cars. The GT3 cars are
more like factory spec.
Well, yeah, I mean, the GT300 is like, it's the international GT3 cars, so you have like R8 LMS GT3s, you have the NSX GT3, the R35 GT3s, 911 GT3R, whatever, you know, RSR, whatever
the RSR is there,
yeah.
Where they are now, yeah.
Yeah, so.
The alphabet soup.
Yeah. You know, so like, yeah, the GT300 is a little bit more open, like it's power restricted, but I mean, you know, it's a bit more open as to what you can have. The GT500 is pretty strict on what cannot be in there.
Also, if you want to talk about an alphabet soup, just start naming like Mercedes chassis codes.
Yeah,
because
let's not.
Good fuck.
Dear God.
W124, W211, W fucking.
Why you hating?
Anyway,
because it's fucking dumb.
So hey, anyway,
so Federico brings out the car.
The twin supercharged.
Ferrari.
Yeah. We'll get to your feelings in a goddamn minute. He didn't qualify that great, so he has to go up against Chelsea DeNofa in his first round.
And then he hits Chelsea DeNofa.
Internet aflame, because
Asshole.
How dare anyone do anything to Chelsea?
You can't hit Chelsea DeNofa!
Everybody completely ignoring the fact that Chelsea took himself out most years and actually succeeded.
That's okay.
That's neither here nor there.
That doesn't apply to this situation.
Anyway.
It wasn't self-inflicted, damn it.
After a quick nose job, Chelsea was back out. You know. It was fine. So Chelsea's now, so the first run, it was Chelsea in the lead with Feds behind him. Now it is the other way around. Feds in the lead, Chelsea behind him. They go into the first turn. Fed starts to initiate, then straightens out and goes into the runoff area. And the car is on fire.
Yes.
And it is broken.
Yes. So what happened was he broke a knuckle, which cut/pinched some lines, which then got close to some hot things and started the fire.
It did what Ferraris do.
Yes. Burst into flames.
Whoosh.
Yes. So, sad/magnanimous moment, depending upon who you are. Sad for some of us, magnanimous for Dave, who does not like the Ferrari.
I don't.
For reasons that I don't really care to get into, because his well-thought-out reasons are not... No. I spent today, at my job, that I hate, thinking of reasons why Dave does not like the Ferrari.
Because he doesn't like Ferraris. He doesn't like things that are good.
No. It's even better than that, Gavin, if you'll just shut up and let me get there. I've come up with a few reasons. The car is named Fiorella.
What the fuck?
I am theorizing that Dave may or may not have had his heart broken after a brief but torrid affair with a girl named Fiorella. So therefore, he cannot stand to see Fiorella doing well in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, I can see
Be it
that.
car or horse or, I don't know, whatever.
Interesting.
As his voice starts to choke up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's just dusty down here. It's okay.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Dave, much like Frankenstein's monster, has a thing about fire.
Oh. Fire! Bad!
Wow.
Okay, that valid.
We just
It is
went
valid.
there. All right.
That's okay.
Dave was haunted by the ghost of Enzo Ferrari. So therefore, he has a thing against any Ferrari, not just this particular Ferrari.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll run with it.
He has some traumatic memories that are connected to the color yellow in some way, shape, or form.
God damn you, Spicy Dijon. God damn you to hell.
The last one I came up with, something with clowns? I don't know.
Something with clowns.
And you can have a thing against clowns.
We all do.
Yeah, we all do.
Clowns are fucking terrifying.
It's
Weird.
really weird.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I mean, Dave has his reasons. I
didn't like the Lamborghini in there either.
See, that's not as funny as the clowns thing, people.
It's not as funny as the girl who broke your heart thing. I think that was really original and funny.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Guys, it's totally a clown named Fiorella, and she was dressed in yellow. And she lit everything I owned on fire.
That bitch.
Damn. It's okay, Dave.
There.
Drown your sorrows in beer and pizza.
There.
Attaboy.
Thank you, you went to Cutthroat. You always know how to please me.
Oh, Appa Zappa Bar. You're my only friend. Ah, God.
With just a breath of apple butter.
Just a whisper
I mean,
of apple butter.
so you're going to suck on an apple Jolly Rancher, right? You're going to suck it, and you're going to kiss a woman. And then you're going to have her whisper onto your waffle. Like that much apple butter.
God is perfect.
Yep.
It is just perfect.
Yeah.
That was for you, Clarence.
Rest in peace.
Rest in pepperonis.
We're not going to get into Clarence right now.
Our dough leader and pepperoni we crust. Pizza Carpuquette.
Yep.
Did you see I changed my name to just pizza?
Just pizza.
Yeah, just pizza.
I
Just
am
pizza.
pizza.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, we got Professor Za,
Yeah.
Pizza Weekend Dad, Pizza.
And our dough leader and pepperoni we crust.
I need a better name for myself.
No, let's just stick with pizza. I like it.
I'll come up with something better.
Yeah, there we go. We'll workshop it over the coming week.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, so we asked you a question like we do most weeks.
Yeah.
You know, when I remember to, think of a question or I get one sent to me or, whatever.
Things and stuff.
Yeah. So this stems from, in my neighborhood there is a little automotive shop and they have a white 10th anniversary RX-7.
We talked about this on air before.
Yeah, we've talked about this a few times.
It's been mentioned many times.
Yeah, and it's just sitting there rusting away.
Mike and I both want to save this car.
But it's,
It's not going anywhere.
No, and it's not. It's looking less and less savable each day. But then also kind of in the neighborhood, a new Challenger popped up.
No.
A red B5 S4
Oh.
across the street from a house that has a Hellcat that parks in front of it.
Well, I
in
mean, the
driveway.
S4 is just already broken. That's just why it's there.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, it got there under its own power.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you don't know that.
It's a B5 S4. We
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean, that's true.
It could have been wheel lifted in the wee hours of the morning light.
I mean, that's very true.
Or just popped in neutral and pushed.
Yeah.
That's very true. But, yeah, I mean, so there are all these abandoned cars out and about that we see them, we run across them, we know them, we love them, and we want to save them sometimes, or we want to point and mock them. In the case of, either the Mazda or the Audi, take your pick. So, yeah, that was the question to you. What is the coolest abandoned car that you've ever seen in person? And I mean, like, that you've actually seen. Because we've all seen the fucking Speed Hunters articles about the cool shit that's been abandoned in Japan.
Yeah, we've all
Everyone's
seen
read
that.
those. Yeah.
Yeah, we've all seen that, like the fucking, zombie alpha dealership somewhere that has just a bunch,
Or like all those exotics in Dubai that
Yeah.
the people defaulted on payments and they
they just
got
stuck
collected.
it somewhere.
Yeah.
We've all seen those, but I'm talking about the shit that you've seen in person, the thing you could have run up and drawn dicks in the dust on, if you were so inclined. I'm not telling you how to live your life, nor am I trying to give you an insight into mine, but I'm just, throwing that out there. So, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so, Trent, shadowy billionaire. Trent from Sandy, he says there's a red Lamborghini LM 002 or 002 off of Highland that in some weird random mansion, and it never moves. Well, one, I have seen it moving, and two,
Oh,
there's also a blue one there.
I see.
What?
So there's more than one.
Yeah, but like if you look at this mansion, like it is a big mansion, like gated and everything. It's right there on Highland Drive, kind of in Sandy.
Okay.
And like house looks okay, yard non-existent.
Oh,
Like
one of those things.
Like somebody was building it and then ran out of money.
Oh.
Like I don't even want to know what the interior of that house looks like.
So it's probably a
Really
byproduct
sad.
of 2008.
Probably.
Really,
Got it.
really sad.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, a pair of LM02s there. Just the crazy ass.
That's really awkward to have not one but two, and
Yeah.
it's such
Yeah.
polar
Yeah.
opposite colors.
Yeah, like it is so very crazy. But yeah, man, like so that was his thing. Let's see. Luke Dreyer said I found a 58 or 59 Impala sitting upside down on the side of the Weber River years ago.
Okay, it's probably still there.
Yep. So field trip.
Yeah, Camcast field trip.
Yeah.
Then Brandon McConkey saw this in Dubai a couple years ago. An old
At least
3
he saw it
Series.
himself.
Yeah, old 3 Series with the GTR badge on it. Saw it every day for at least a year. That thing is caked.
Yeah.
That is fucking hilarious.
Like, you can't even,
Wow.
wipe that off with your finger
Yeah, no,
That's like-
that is.
on there.
Yeah, that is.
It's like hot water and soap.
That's real bad.
Yeah.
Real bad.
Yeah.
So, and then let's see. I know I throw this up in Drift, Utah. I don't
I-
think anybody commented on that.
Let me check.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Gavin?
neglected to post this in Motor United. However, I do have an example myself.
Yeah, hit us with it, dude.
So there's this hotel down in, Bluff. Is it Bluff?
Bluffdale?
No, Bluff. Like
Oh,
Bluff.
just literally Bluff.
Do you know Bluff and Mexican Hat?
No.
They're in the most southeast corner of the state. Valley of the Gods, Monument Valley area. And my parents and I had been there a couple times stayed there and gone four-wheeling and then backpacking and hiking and various activities in the southeast
Okay.
Utah area, like you do. And I was 16, and I was walking around, and noticed the annex. There's this little annex building that's part of this hotel,
Yeah.
just off to the side, and it had an open door.
Okay.
Me being the inquiring mind that I am, I look beyond the door,
As one does.
and what do I see? But a sky blue, baby blue, 1962 Studebaker,
Ooh.
Silverhawk.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Yeah.
Okay.
That car apparently had belonged to the owner. Well, it belongs to the owner now, but it was originally bought by the owner's aunt.
Huh.
back in 1962.
Damn.
The car had like hardly any miles, like the interior, like and I actually like went up to the car, and this is not something I would do now.
Yeah.
Being 10 years my senior, I actually got in the car and opened it.
Oh,
And,
wow.
like I was actually able to sit in there, like looked up at the roof liner, and like I was totally like intact, and like everything was like super clean.
Damn.
And like I asked the guys, like, so how much did you sell that for? Just out of curiosity, he's like
Yeah.
10,000. I'm like,
I mean,
maybe.
yeah,
I was thinking, like, how cool of a first car would that be?
that would be awesome. That would
That'd
be
a
way awesome.
62 like Silverhawk or whatever
Yeah,
it was.
that would be
It had a
insane.
289 V8 in it.
Hell yeah.
Gorgeous baby blue.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I have photos of it on my computer still, or they might be on Facebook actually.
It might be somewhere useful, you know.
I'll find them.
Good. Yeah, let's see. So, Dave, did anybody post anything in Drift, Utah?
Nobody got anything in Drift, Utah. I did get something in UAE.
Okay.
Our
Really?
lovable, huggable Keaton Smith.
What'd Keaton have?
Well, he didn't. I don't think he quite understood the question.
There's
There's nothing abandoned about this, but I'll just go ahead and read it in its entirety, and then
Yeah.
and then
Was it
tell him
is
why
this
it's wrong.
A story of he saw a car one time, or like
Probably. He says there's a person in Orem that lives on 800 East near the Harmons at 800 North. He has a bunch of old VWs, and I love driving by there. Now, here's the thing. I know that guy.
Yeah.
He has a massive collection of old air cooled. He's got a couple of double cab buses.
Damn.
He's got a couple of old notchbacks.
Nice.
A couple of Carmen Gias.
Very cool.
He's
Yeah.
even got a couple of older Volvos, 240s and stuff.
Oh,
Cool.
nice.
Just really enjoys older European cars, specifically of the Volvo and Volkswagen variety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think almost all of them operate.
Huh.
I see
Very
them
cool.
all move on a regular basis.
Well,
they're
all right then.
Far from
That's a lot
abandoned.
of work. It's a lot
Yeah,
of work.
absolutely. Far from abandoned. It's definitely a labor of love.
Yeah.
I think he's got like a single cab bus or something that doesn't move. I think it doesn't have an engine in it or something. I don't know.
Nice. Well,
But his collection
I mean-
does rotate on a regular basis.
Well, and the interesting thing is, I heard this actually quite recently. I didn't know that all of his cars work, but Jay Leno, he can
Yeah.
go up to any single one of his 350 cars or however many he has
Yeah.
and be like, I want to drive that right now. And then
But
within
that
5
doesn't-
seconds.
That doesn't surprise me in the
Yeah.
slightest.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, he's got such a...
The task force that goes into keeping every single one of those cars
Oh, yeah.
in
Yeah.
come perfectly, good
Oh,
running
yeah.
order.
And having such a varied palette of vehicles,
Of
going from a
steam
Blastoline
cars.
coupe
Yeah.
to a steam car
To
to the Ford Festiva Shogun.
or Lamborghini Miras to McLaren F1s.
Exactly.
To
He's got it all.
F40s,
Yeah.
F50s.
Yeah.
Everything.
That
Everything.
he's got all
that man's got everything.
just a wide breadth,
But yeah, just
And I'm okay with it.
every single
Yeah.
one of those within 5 seconds will just be like,
and away
Yeah.
it goes.
Nope,
And away
the key is
we
probably already in it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah,
So that's cool. I didn't know that, but it's not surprising to me.
yeah.
That's good to have a confirmation of that.
The opposite of abandoned.
Yeah.
Literally
Well.
the polar opposite.
Yes, loved, very very loved.
Yeah. Let's see. Where else did you post this?
I
Mike?
put it in UJCC, and we only got one bite on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
did
then-
you pull it
And
up?
it's from History's Greatest Monster, Jacob Bastian.
Hey.
In his garage, he's got a 72 RX-2 and an 89 RX-7 GTU. And behind the garage, a 74 and a 71 RX-2. Not quite abandoned, but still, Jake, you are history's greatest monster. For just letting those
It's-
things sit.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he did save them.
Yes, he did.
He's harvesting parts off of a
I
couple
know.
of them, but still, here's the thing: he's saving them.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Jake.
Yeah. No, he's big and cuddly, and he's actually...
He's a super cool dude.
Yeah, and
Just all
ahead
the way
of
around.
the Matsuri, him and some of the other Garage Kyusha, UJCC guys are going to come on and talk about that stuff. So
Yes, exactly.
Yep, got to actually talk to him.
Yeah, that's
But-
going to be great.
Oh, it's going to be a good time. Going to have a lot of people in this basement.
Yeah,
So-
that's going to be good fun, though.
Oh yes,
Good fun.
good fun indeed.
So,
Yep. Well, and
Well-
that was it. Oh, cool.
I have one.
Oh, what do you have, Dave? I keep forgetting. Like,
So, back in 2011, 2012, a lot of you guys know of my storied history of my time in New Mexico. I'm not going to bore you with those details. However, spent a little bit of time out in a city there, about 15 miles northwest of Albuquerque, called Rio Rancho. Really famous for an old AMREP land scandal, if you will, trying to get a bunch of money out of people that were moving from New York, buying these. It was supposed to be pitched as this picture-perfect desert land that you could buy these lots on and start building and be part of this new growth in this luxury area, right? Turns out it's really just dirt and sagebrush, which, I mean, is, to be fair, most of New Mexico.
Right.
But anywho, so a lot of people sued and a lot of people pissed and moaned, and some people had actually even sold everything they had in New York and moved out to build. And so you get these little random plots of building. And like most of the streets that were master planned are still just dirt. There's some actual building. There's some build out that has happened. You look at a couple of maps online or older maps and it'll show you where a Blockbuster would be but isn't. It'll show you where a church should be but isn't. It'll tell you street names, but those streets don't exist.
Okay, so my mind is going to video ideas of like a rally race going through there.
That would be awesome, and I'm 110% for it.
How much would it cost for us to do that?
We could probably just do it.
Okay, cool. I'm down.
But anywho, just to kind of set the scene a little bit for you guys, that's kind of what happened the 70s and 80s. There was that whole real estate scam with this. So there was a lot of wealth that moved places. There was a lot of wealth that was lost out there, and there was just as much wealth that was made out there. There was one particular place that I recall. It was a lot a couple of miles off of a paved road. It was where a main road would have kept going had they continued to pave it. And then there was like this acre and a half, fully fenced, had a really nice house and a paved driveway and a really nice garage. In front of that garage, there was an older Jaguar limousine, like an old XJ something limo, a 6-door. But next to it was something that I've actually only ever seen one of in person aside from this one. And it was a Shelby Series 1. So the late 90s, early 2000s concept that they built, it had the Oldsmobile Aurora 4-liter V8 in it.
Yeah.
And it was that crazy swept. It was like Shelby's take on the Viper, because the Viper ended up not being what Shelby wanted it.
Yeah.
Right.
What he wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And you could tell it had a lot of the Daytona coupe and a lot of the Cobra design cues to it. It even had the flapper style filler door that original Viper had.
Yeah.
Or would have had, rather.
Would have had, yeah. That's cool.
But yeah, there was just a Series 1 with the tonneau top covering over where the cockpit is, just covered in New Mexico dirt. And I'd never seen it move. I'd driven past that house probably 100 times, because that's the same route I would go out to go, off-roading or shooting stuff with all my buddies out there. But yeah, it was a Jag limousine and a Shelby Series 1.
Damn.
I never saw either of them move. They had a brand new F-150 in the driveway.
Huh.
And there was maybe then a 5-year-old Tahoe in the driveway. And those moved, obviously.
Yeah.
They were registered. But the limo wasn't even plated. And the Series 1 had an expired tag from 2004.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Okay.
And at the time, it was 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
Sure.
So there's mine. I'd
Cool.
only ever seen one other Shelby Series 1 in person, and it was at a car show, and it was like a pristine, mint, 100% perfect car.
Damn.
So
It's funny because you saw two polar opposites.
Yeah.
yeah, no joke. Talking about opposites,
Yeah.
because
And
seeing
how?
it basically, going to nothing in the New Mexico sun and dirt,
Yeah.
and then you see one all prim and proper and show trim. Pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But there was that.
Well, there we go.
Part of me wishes that the Studebaker.
time.
Sorry, I was totally blanking. Part of me wishes that Studebaker was still there,
Yeah.
because I know it's not going to ever go anywhere.
No.
Right.
I would like to see it again, though. I think that'd be kind of cool,
Well,
and it would also be cool to because those did use Ford motors.
Yeah.
If you just threw a 5-liter in there,
Yeah.
like a modern Coyote 5-liter,
Yeah.
into that with the proper gearbox, and make it quick and handle well. I think that'd be really interesting.
That would be.
Not do a damn thing to the exterior though. Even keep the dust on it. I don't give a
Oh, yeah.
fuck.
Yeah,
let's give it the Pro Touring Street Fighter
Yeah, but like still ratty.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
But
why I
the-
said Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it a little rougher on the edges.
Mm-hmm.
Watch this race just for a second because you're going to see an amazing example of teamwork and also the dumbest example of teamwork.
Is it because there's two Prai boxing in Audi?
Oh yes, watch, it gets better.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
Sandwiched.
Oh, that's a collision.
The leading Prius brake checked.
Did he
the
actually
Audi.
brake check?
Yes, he
I want to see a replay of this.
Or he let off enough to try
Okay.
to hold up the Audi. So it was the GT500 Prius, then the the R8 LMS
Watch
GT3,
this.
and then the GT300 Prius.
Honest, I'm looking for taillights. Oh, you can't tell.
Boot.
You can't tell.
Yeah.
They've all been stuffed. There's some smoke.
Yeah, smoke's coming out of the
Rubbing.
Audi.
Yeah,
Wow.
like that's just. I mean, honestly,
What
who
a
thought
trash.
that was a good
Fucking
idea?
Prius drivers, I swear to God.
All the damn time.
Everywhere. They
Just
can't. They
Leaving
just,
their clouds of smug.
Yeah.
thinking they're better than us.
God.
Assholes.
Oh well.
I want to put my trailer hitch through every windshield of a Prius I see.
I still love just like dumping the clutch next to every Prius I saw when I had the Supra.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like, this is a Toyota product.
That is shit.
Ah, yes. Well, on that note, I think this is as good a time as any to end.
And go
I'd
ahead
say
and
so, yeah.
bring this bad boy into port. You
Yeah.
can catch us on all of our social medias. We're at CamAutoMag on all of them.
Just
Yep.
Google us.
Yeah. We're everywhere. You can listen to us on Spotify, Google Play, iTunes,
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah. And we'd appreciate it if you have not subscribed already to do that and also leave us a rating and a review.
Yeah.
Because, especially in iTunes, that helps us get seen by more people.
Indeed.
Yeah. So,
And coverage is great.
yeah. That way we can actually have people who want to advertise on us, call us up and say, hey, we want to buy some ad space, and then we poorly read copy, and then we never hear from those people again after they send the check. So,
But I mean, at least they sent the check.
damn right.
So,
I ain't reading
There's
shit
that.
until I get the check.
exactly.
Cash in a bag, B. Cash in a bag.
As it should be.
Yes, and as always, check out camautomag.com. We got some cool stuff going up there. We're going to have some cool stuff coming up next week after the NASA Utah weekend. Which,
Indeed.
yes, which is this weekend. It's going to be,
It's going to be good fun.
yes,
14th and 15th?
yep, 14th and 15th.
Cool.
Yep.
I'll see you out there.
Yeah. They're going to be on the East track, so,
The better track, in my opinion.
yes, the more dynamic track.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so like I said, I'll be out there with some stickers, so if you see me in the minivan, let me know. 1 for 3, 2 for 5. And, yeah.
I'll be out there. I'll be slinging stickers.
There we go.
I have a handful.
Gavin's going to be out there doing his thing.
Yeah, might bring the girlfriend out there and play tour guide again.
Okay, that's always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to get her to get out there. Like, buy an actual fun car.
Well,
and then drive it.
Well,
Get her away from the stancy bullshit.
Miatas are cheap and plentiful.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is true.
Cheap and plentiful and all sorts of fun.
Indeed.
Yep. Let's see. Beyond that, I mean, nothing really to plug, promote, whatever. Check out Gavin's driving or his exhibition of speed whenever that shows up.
Yeah, that's... I've made the social media accounts, and I have been posting things to our Instagram for that, but I'll let you know when if you want to, start plugging that. And
Yeah, there we go.
posting that. And
Yeah, we'll just
stuff.
We'll just let people know.
Yeah.
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 And yeah. I mean, Dave, you got anything?
I got nothing.
All right, cool.
You know how I do.
Yep.
I got an old car commercial we can fade out to.
All right.
Let's do it.
So,
Well, I've been Mike,
I've been Gavin.
and I've been the professor.
and here's whatever the hell this is.
All right. Oh no, technical difficulties.
Oh no!
Oh no, mental difficulties.
What the hell is this?
Sturdy rail-through construction and four-wheel specially modified double wishbone suspension. 5-passenger interior comfort for the whole family.
I'm not fading out.
Innovative and stylish
What is
cab-forward design.
I'm not fading out till I know what this is. Wait.
That won't knock the wind out of you. Introducing the new Plymouth Breeze.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Hashtag good night.
Oh God.
Hashtag good night.
Breeze.
Is that Rusty Wallace?